The planet-eating god Unicron sent his deadliest servant, Scourge, and an army of Terrorcons to seize a weapon that could give Unicron the power to consume every world in existence. The Maximal leader Applink stood his ground. Outnumbered. Outmatched. He fought anyway, buying every second he could for his people to escape. He sacrificed himself so that Optimus Primal and the remaining Maximals, Erza, Cheetor, and Rhinox, could escape with the transwarp key. They fled to a distant planet to hide it. That planet is Earth. Noah Diaz is a guy you can root for immediately, determined, funny in a weary Brooklyn way, and trying to do right by his family even when the chips are stacked against him. He's not your typical hotshot action hero, he's a former military veteran and tech expert who can't catch a break after coming home, and the movie wastes no time dropping him into a mess that's way bigger than his neighborhood. Early on we see him hustling to keep a roof over his family's head and to cover for his younger brother, which sets up why he makes some desperate choices later. He wants stability, not a war between alien robots. But of course that's not what he gets. Everything flips when Noah attempts to steal what looks like an ordinary Porsche. It isn't. The car transforms into Mirage, a wisecracking, fast-talking Autobot who ropes Noah directly into the Autobots' mission to recover the transwarp key and use it to return to their home world, Cybertron. Mirage is partly comic relief, partly guardian, and somehow Noah's very human small-time struggles make him a perfect ally for these giant mechanical beings. Noah's easy sarcasm and sudden bravery make him the kind of protagonist who feels real, he messes up, learns fast, and keeps trying. Then there's Elena Wallace, a fiercely smart museum intern who's not about to be anyone's damsel. She brings a sharp analytical eye into the story, a discovery at the museum kicks off the real quest. Turns out there's a mysterious relic called the transwarp key, a device that can open portals through space and time, and when it's unearthed it acts like bait. The wrong people notice it, namely Scourge and his brutal Terrorcons who serve the planet-eating god Unicron. Suddenly Noah, Elena, Mirage, and the Autobots are caught in a globe-hopping scramble. The movie smartly widens from Brooklyn into big, beautiful settings, bustling urban streets, windswept Peruvian ruins, and later the concrete canyons of New York. The Peruvian sequences aren't just pretty postcard stuff, they're where the movie leans fully into its Beast Wars DNA. We meet the Maximals, Transformers who take animal forms, and that's the whole fun twist. A gorilla who fights like a heavyweight champion, a sleek cheetah for lightning-fast Recon, a peregrine falcon warrior, and an armor-plated rhino are suddenly on the field. Optimus Primal, the gorilla leader, is gruff and noble in a way that riffs nicely off Prime's more measured heroism. When the Maximals show up, the stakes get mythic. The transwarp key isn't just treasure, it's a device that can tear open portals to any world in the galaxy, something Unicron will stop at nothing to control. The Terrorcons in this movie are relentless and brutal, they're not interested in negotiations, and Scourge is their most dangerous instrument. That raises the tension from protect the artifact to stop a cosmic apocalypse. The plot moves fast but stays grounded in character moments. Noah's backstory, his loyalty to family and his complicated relationship with his own sense of worth, gives him a compelling emotional arc. He goes from a guy just trying not to fail again to someone willing to risk everything for something far bigger than himself. There are great set pieces stitched through the middle act. A raid at an ancient site in the Peruvian ruins turns into a thrilling chase that shows off both the Maximal speed and the Autobots' ingenuity. Noah's military instincts and technical mind come in handy, which is as satisfying as it sounds. A mid-movie sequence through jungle terrain and winding mountain roads gives the cast time to bond and shows the stakes in human terms. The film balances spectacle with pathos, explosion, and robot fights are interspersed with quieter conversations about loyalty, guilt, and second chances. As the team pieces together what the reunited key would really do, alliances are tested. The Maximals are not just bombastic warriors, they have culture and honor codes, and watching Noah try to relate to a literal guerrilla general is both funny and oddly touching. Escalates into a final race to stop Scourge from completing the transwarp key. And the way the climax is staged is a blast, a clash across rooftops and alleys where human ingenuity meets colossal, transforming physics. Details with enormous mechanical combat. Noah isn't just watching from the sidelines, he's improvising, using his military training and technical instincts to create openings. Elena's cool-headed planning complements his improvisation, and together they become more than just survivors, they're active players in deciding the world's fate. A highlight is the teamwork between the Maximals and Autobots. Seeing Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal operate both in sync and with friendly friction is a treat for longtime fans. They share a sense of duty, but their styles differ. Primal is feral and direct, Prime is measured and symbolic. In the biggest moments of the climax, there's a strong sense of we're bigger than ourselves, literally and figuratively. Sacrifices are made, not for cheap shock value, but to underline the stakes and show the real cost of heroism. The resolution leaves the characters in believable places. Noah's life is changed, in a way that doesn't erase his struggles but gives him new purpose. He's no longer just surviving, he's part of something that matters, and he's earned respect in an extraordinary community. Elena's perspective is permanently widened, and their relationship is left with potential rather than a tied bow, which feels honest. The Autobots and Maximals don't disappear, their presence broadens the story world, hinting at future adventures while letting this chapter close on a note of satisfied completion. Tonally, the film walks a fine line between blockbuster spectacle and grounded character work, and it mostly succeeds. Humor is used to humanize the machines more than which keeps the stakes emotional. Visual effects are loud and impressive but rarely overwhelming. You get a sense of scale without losing the thread of the story. By the end, the film celebrates loyalty, second chances, and the weird, wonderful ways unlikely people can become heroes. It's loud, it's earnest, and yeah, it's kind of a blast.